What was your initial impression of the CD cover as a whole?
It's very colourful, and I like the fact that the lighting as well. It strikes you, especially on the right hand side, and then it sort of fades as it goes to the left. And I like the use of the colour as well. It's quite effective.
Do you think the CD cover would suit the indie genre?
Yeah, because initial impression for me, see two guys like that, obviously the band members, it's going to be along the lines of MGMT and Empire of the Sun, and sort of like indie stuff like that. So yeah,
What do you like best about the cover?
I say in the colours, I think it's well, with the name like Jimmy Nylon, and you got bright colours like that. I think that suits quite well. Especially, I like the clothing's enhanced as well. It's quite cool.
Do you like the same pictures? Do you like that the same pictures and fonts have been used as in the magazine advert?
Not necessarily, because an album cover doesn't necessarily do the best to advertise. Because it could be the band members, or it could be someone completely different. And with an advert, you don't know what you'd be looking at there, really. But to an extent, yeah, because of a similar theme. And I just really like the picture as well, so yeah, I'm attracted to it.
What do you think of the product as a whole? All of the colours, all the covers, all the pictures?
It's good because the most noticeable cover on the front is the purple, which is mimicked on the back. Well, the back being bright purple, obviously. And the purple and white, that's like simplicity, but it works really well. And I really like the playing card motif, even though I'm not sure what it has to do with the band name, but it's pretty cool. But yeah, it's simple font with contrasted with the colour, like just being a plain white font, and it in that way it stands out because you've got like a really lush background, but then in the foreground you've got the information, which I know it works well as a balance. It's quite eye pleasing, I'd say.
So what do you think of the use of colours overall, considering that the music video is in black and white?
I think it's quite interesting that it's in colour in comparison, because but I don't know, I suppose you see more of who they really are, and it gives a bigger picture, I guess, because different perspectives.
Do you think that the advert goes with the genre of the music, being independent again?
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, they're dressed quite indie. It's I don't know, in like quite a grimy scenario with graffiti and stuff. So yeah, I think it suits quite fittingly.
What is your initial thoughts about the product as a whole?
I quite like it actually. I mean, it tells you quite simply. It says the name band and the album name. I think that's quite nice. And I quite like the picture on the front. I think it's quite good. You know, the colours in it are very saturated. So obviously, it's bringing out a lot of different colours, which I really like. I also like there's a couple of different things going on, especially on the inside, so it's not the same thing twice. I like that. Yeah, I think it's good, and I think the image is nice because you almost put a little bit of a picture with it, and that's very synonymous with the sort of artwork that you get in indie products.
Do you think the CD cover would suit the indie genre?
I do, because I think the colours are good, and I think it's almost taken a snapshot of, people in their life, and you associate a bit of a story with it. So I think that's really good, and you often get that. At the same time, the picture's also been distorted, so there's like very purposeful imperfections in that, and I think that's supposed to show the imperfections which indie music highlights when it's being played.
What do you like best about the CD cover?
I like, the characters in it, they're looking straight at you, so I think you almost, to an extent, you identify with them. So I think as much as you're supposed to identify with the music, on a certain level, I think also you're learning that the music identifies with yourself.
Do you like the fact that the same pictures and fonts have been used as in the magazine advert?
No, I don't. I like the style, and I think definitely that the style should have been continued, but I think if different photos were used, then it would almost paint two different pictures and two different angles of the same story that's being involved in the picture.
Do you not think it's easier for the target audience to recognise a product from the magazine advert?
Yeah, I suppose, yeah, because I suppose that if you're into the product, then obviously you'd identify the product with the advertisement. Yeah, so, but on the other hand, I do think indie music is supposed to be very cutting edge, so, you know, I think they're supposed to have a very, almost a distorted take on the music, so you can take it either way.
What do you think of the choice of colours, considering that the music video is in black and white?
I think it's good because it contrasts, you know. I don't think everything has to be in line, and especially in indie music, I think things are supposed to go away from what you're supposed to think they are, so I think that is quite good, the way that you can have two very different styles involved in the same thing, and I think as indie music, I think that portrays exactly what you want to portray.
What do you think to the font that has been used throughout in both products?
I think it's good because obviously indie music, you're going away from what you want, and obviously the music in it, the text in it's very distorted, and it's supposed to be almost like a distorted portrait on music, which indie music provides.
Do you think that this advert goes with the independent genre of music?
Certainly, yeah, and I think more to the point, it goes with the album cover, which obviously are both indie. So I think the way that the flyer is portrayed and the way that the album is portrayed is very good, and I think they're both in tune with each other.
First impression of the CD cover as a whole?
I like it. I think because of the picture, you can identify with the genre, and I like that it's the same on the inside but black and white. And I think it tells you everything you need to about the band, and I like the colour scheme.
Okay. Do you think that CD cover would suit the indie genre?
I think it does. I think like the image of the people and the colour scheme fits, and it's a bit unique to what you normally see, which is what indie's about.
What do you like best about it as a whole?
I quite like the back actually, because it's quite simple. I like the little cards in the corner.
Okay. Do you like the fact that the same pictures and fonts have been used as in the magazine advert?
Yeah, I do, because I think if you see the CD in the shop and then like article in a magazine, you can like identify the two.
What do you think of the choice of colours, considering that the music video is in black and white?
I don't think it matters too much. I think because the advert wants to capture your eye, I think it's good that it's in colour.
Okay. What do you think of the fonts, because it's been used throughout both products?
I think it's good that it's kept the same throughout. It's easy to read, and it's quite simple.
Do you think, again, this advert goes with the independent genre?
I think so, because it's different to what you normally see, and indie genre is about being individual.